Alrighty. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. Okay, awesome. All right, here we are. Gonna let everyone pile in here. Of course, the stream's gonna be recorded, so if anyone is watching this stream after the fact, how are you all doing? Hope everyone's having a good day. Big day today. We have NVDA earnings. So we're gonna be watching that. Thought I'd hop on stream for at least the next hour or so, just to watch the post-market performance on NVIDIA. We'll see. We'll either go up or down. It is in the market's hands now. But so far, we're doing pretty well. I'm going to get some of this clutter off the screen just to clean things up, and we will go through what I'm looking at. Yeah, for now, we're just going to let people get in here. I'm sure we'll get a few dedicated viewers. I really appreciate all the support you guys give. Again, I run a pretty small channel in Discord, so it's pretty much how I like to keep it small. But I wasn't really planning on streaming today, but I'm starting to get excited for this earnings release. So supposedly it's going to be good. So if anyone has been following NVIDIA and its performance and financials, TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor, I think it's TSMC. Yeah, Taiwan Semiconductor. So Taiwan Semiconductor, they provide. Did I put in the right? Taiwan TSM. TSM, they produce the chips for NVIDIA. And TSM said that they're having a record quarter as far as the chips go for servers, NVIDIA chips. So I believe earnings are going to be good. Now we'll see what the forward guidance is going to be. We'll see where everything lines up after that. But for now, I have no idea what this is going to do. I have a feeling this is going to drop on earnings. That's just me. I think it's just so bullish right now that usually when everyone's on one side of the trade, the opposite happens. But we'll see. I don't want to be cynical, and I also don't want to get my hopes up. So, but of course, looking at the options chain, I am in my NVIDIA position. You can see the trade date right here. I entered on 4:30 at around 3 o'clock. So I've been in this trade for about 3 weeks now. And we're up. We're up about 19% currently. It's been bouncing around between pretty much like where it is right now to like 50% gain. So up about $1,100 currently. And we'll see where it goes. But down today, of course, down about $1,200. And NVIDIA is down almost 2%. It's taken a little bit of a hit right before earnings. We did have Fed minutes come out at 2 o'clock. Right around here. Let me change this to a white line so it's a little easier to see. We did have the Fed minutes come out. Gave the market a little bit of a jitter. The entire market, not just NVIDIA. And yeah, now we're just kind of bouncing around at this level. I was watching this channel. I'm going to bring this out to let's bring it out to a 4-hour. I was watching this up channel. I'm going to change this to white. There we go. Make it a little bit thicker. And it looks like we're trying to break it down right now. Now you can argue this can come down a little bit more. Oh, let me turn off this magnet. You know, we're technically testing the lower end of this channel, kind of breaking it so far. But of course, we have earnings, so anything can happen before that or after that. Let's bring this out to like a 15-minute. Yeah, so we're testing. I can bring this down a little bit further. I don't like to adjust lines just to make it more in my bias to the upside, but we'll see. We have, what do we got? 39 minutes until the market close. And yeah, we have an estimated EPS of 5.6 or $5.60. I'm sure we'll come in above that. We'll beat. We'll beat on revenue, beat on earnings, but we'll see where the forward guidance is. And we'll see where this market wants to take this. I mean, you can have good earnings. I've said it before. You can have good earnings, good guidance, and the stock still goes down. So I'm gonna post the stream in the Discord, notify you guys there in case no one has seen it. Sometimes YouTube does not notify. Seen it. Let's put this. Nope, almost put in the wrong Discord. Let's put at everyone. We are live. Couple exclamation points there. Paste. There we go. You are gonna be rich tonight. Who knows? I mean, listen, I was in NVDA back in, was it February? So I entered NVIDIA here on January 31st, and I think I sold it. Did I sell it on the 29th? I forgot if I sold it a little early or a couple days before. I think I sold it on this day, on the 23rd. As per my strategy, I hold until the last day of the month, but I think I sold it on this day. And I think I made 250%. Let me see. Here's this. Yeah, I made 483%, $14,000 profit back in February. So yes, if we do get a big move like that, I could be making that sort of money. Not rich money, but a good amount of money. I don't think the returns are going to be like that this time around compared to February. But that was a great day. I think I was on stream when back in February for Nvidia, and I think I did a stream of me selling Nvidia for like the $15,000 profit or whatever it was, 14,000, somewhere around there. But we'll see. I'm gonna get rid of this channel. Don't need that anymore. I had the 950 level marked. That was the previous highest close on Nvidia. I'm excluding this candle here. We opened up higher but closed lower. Same here back in March 8th. But we breached that yesterday, and we're coming back down. We're kind of rejecting. Of course, that's to be expected with earnings. But we'll see. 950 is a big level to stay above. And if earnings are good and we do go up, I'm sure we'll blow past 950. And then this 864 line was where I pretty much entered to the cent. So I was in this trade back on April 30th, end of day. So since I've entered the trade, the stock has risen almost 9%, and my position is up 23% currently. So, all right, on to the good stuff. All right, and I plan on selling this NVIDIA trade on May 31st. So I'll be holding this trade for another, 7, 8, 9 days. I'll I'll get rid of this line though. I'm trying to clean up the charts. As far as implied volatility goes, I love looking at implied volatility. Pretty much every earnings I've been in, I've applied implied volatility to the charts, and it pretty much smacks it to the dollar. But right now we're looking at a $77 move. Of course, this is going to be more accurate as we get closer to 4 p.m. But I'm just going to go with 77 bucks. I don't really go too crazy as far as pinpointing the exact amount. But from currently where we are, if I go $77 up, that would bring us to right around 1,017, and $77 down would bring me almost to where I entered. Around, I'm going to delete my entry. Whoops. I'm going to delete this green line. I know where I entered. I don't really need to see that. So that's what we're looking at. So $77 up or down. That would be about 8% move up or down. So you got 43 shares in a managed account at 40% profit right now, hoping for that pop. Good luck. Don't risk too much. I always preach, you know, only risk what you're willing to lose. I'm assuming you're in shares. That's a big position. That's $43,000. So congratulations on that. What'd you make? About 4 times 4 is what, $16,000 in profit so far? Not bad. But I'm in options, so of course I'm either gonna make a couple 100% if things go my way, or this position's gonna go down a considerable amount from where it is right now. So keep my eye on the news. Got to get Twitter open, or X opened, so I get the earnings to you guys as quickly as possible. And yeah, pretty much just gonna chill out and wait. Gotta stand up for this. All right. So I've been looking at this stuff down here. I almost forgot about this part of Thinkorswim. They show you the statistics on the options. I think this is just for today, but you can see the calls and the puts, the volume. Right now, we have 510,000 calls and counting being traded, and 375,000 puts. So the options chain is leaning bullish right now. Put call ratio is 0.73. The stock is 99. Okay. I know you are long term, but have you ever seen any of the SPX intraday seasonal stuff out there? Alpha Blaster. I've never heard of Alpha Blaster. I used to trade SPX. I used to scalp SPX options. Did well doing that, and then I didn't do well doing that. I've made and lost a lot of money scalping and day trading. And it didn't really fit my lifestyle because I work a normal job. So I found swing trading a lot more feasible and profitable and less stressful. I think the pros of swing trading and investing or position trading is it far outweighs the intraday stuff. But if you're into it, if you're into day trading and you're profitable and it's worth your time, more power to you. I mean, but for the vast majority of people, I don't recommend it, nor do I do it. I was scalping back in like March or February. I was scalping a bunch of NVDA, and I did pretty well for a couple weeks, and then I started losing money, and I stopped. So instead of losing all that money, I took some of it and bought a new car, and a new used car. I'm not one of these rich slobs that blow money on cars. Try to think about my future still, but yeah, swing trading is, in my opinion, much better. I swing trade on a monthly basis, so I'd say I'm not really long term. I do long term investing, of course, for my 401k, IRA, all that good stuff. Um, but as far as options go, and my active investing or active trading, I put on a trade at the beginning of, or for this NVIDIA trade, I put it on for April 30th, and I'm holding it until May 31st. So 1 month. I trade the month. Just put it on and let it ride. That's about it. But back to the option statistics. Yeah, no problem, Oracle. I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. Back to the statistics on the options. I really like looking at the delta. So this tells you a lot of information, right? So if you look at the volume, 220, 218 down here, between 0 and 20 delta, those are most likely spreads or option selling. Most option sellers like to go far out of the money because there's less of a risk of their position going in the money, which would cause their position to lose, well, depending if they're a debit spread or if they're a debit spread, they would win, but credit spread or selling naked, anything like that, or wheel strategies, if they're doing any of that, they would most likely be out here, and that's where most of the volume is. 48% of the volume is sitting out there. I'm right at that 41 to 60 delta range. So you can see there's a lot more buying, a lot more volume being traded at that part of the options chain. So about 25%. So most likely this 136,000, I'm sure there's option selling going on at every single delta. But 136,000, I guarantee you there's a lot of long calls sitting right there. And similarly to the put side, 69,000. So if there are long calls, if you want to statistically look at long calls and long puts, there's definitely more people holding long calls right now between that 41 to 60 delta, even that 61 to 80 delta too. So discovered you mid-month, looking forward to the first cycle with the seasonal. Yeah, so I'm going to be posting my new trade here probably by next week. I try to stay consistent with my posting each month. I just have such a busy schedule. I'm not always focusing on the YouTube. I do have a Discord. It should be linked in the description of the stream. It's completely free. And just be aware of like bots and scammers and stuff in there. I try to hammer them out and ban them as best I can, but that's the downside of having a free Discord. You get nefarious characters joining, but if you go in there, I post all my trades, I post updates. A little bit more active on the Discord than YouTube, but I try to stay active on the YouTube because I know I have some viewers on here that aren't in the Discord, which is fine. But yeah, make sure to join that. But yeah, next month I'll drop some information now. Next month I'm going to be going into Tesla for the month of June. Can't believe we're almost halfway through the year. This year's flying by, but I'm going to be going into Tesla, and I've been starting to look at the charts on Tesla. As you can see, I already had a channel drawn here. I don't trade based on channels. I trade on seasonality, of course, but I do like to apply some technical analysis, just to see if I can gain any more edge. But of course, like I already have my my buy line, this vertical line for the 31st. I'll be entering that. So once I close NVIDIA, I'll be hopping into Tesla on the same day. Tesla's actually got really good seasonality for June. Now, of course, seasonality isn't the silver bullet. Doesn't always work out. But Tesla over the past 15 years has gone up 79% of the 79% of the Junes over the past 15 years for Tesla have gone up, and they've gone up at a 12.3% average gain. So, yeah. But Tesla's starting. I really want to see Tesla start to go up, of course, if I'm going to be bullish. Right, all my trades are long calls. So, but really, what I'm watching on Tesla is to see if this downward trend. Of course, this line is so subjective. You can put this line anywhere. I could put it up here, or I could put it down here. You could say, oh, it's already breaking out, but I really want to see this uptrend continue into the summer. Tesla tends to do well during the June and July months seasonally, and I'm sure the news cycles will start to discuss Tesla and how great it's doing. Right now, they don't like it. Right now, they're saying it's very bad, but they did have earnings, and they've been shooting up recently. 12% here, another 15% there, and then yesterday I didn't even realize, but it went up over 6% yesterday. So they're starting. We're starting to see some money flown back into Tesla. Whether you believe it or not, it's happening. And of course, the way I trade, I follow statistics. I really don't care what others think. I just follow a strategy and a written plan and go from there. But NVDA is the first one on the agenda here for today and through the rest of next week. Looks like we're coming back here. Let's go to the 15-minute. Love the 15-minute. And double bottom for those intraday guys. You can argue this is more like a triple bottom, but looks like we came down. We're coming back up. We're starting to shoot back up into the final minutes. Of course, volume is going to be pumping in here. And we'll get those numbers from NVIDIA here shortly. What do we got? We got 22 minutes. So, looking at a daily chart, if we can close above 950 in the next 22 minutes, that would be huge. Check implied volatility here. Implied volatility, we're looking at a 78 point move now. So with implied volatility, I'm sure a lot of you know already with implied volatility, but we're going to have IV crush once the earnings come out, and once the market's open tomorrow, you're going to see, maybe like the option I'm in right now, this 53% implied volatility is probably going to drop down. Well, I can look at let's go to, let's put this on a chart. So implied volatility down here, looking at it on a historical map, is actually pretty high. When I got in, it was back here. So implied volatility was right at 56. Looking at earnings.